Hey, Secret Wealth Project crew in the place. Okay, Matt Webley here. Hope you're doing all right. It's been a while, but you know what? I thought I miss this thing. I've already said a couple of times. I'm missing the old social media thing. So I'm here again. I think now more than ever, you guys need my help. You need my guidance. You need my leadership. Even if you don't know it right now, I know that you need it because we're going into crazy times. Most people are so blinkered and not even realizing what is coming down the line. I can't leave you. You're my babies. You're my people. I cannot leave you to fight this on your own. And we're not going down that rabbit hole. We're going to stick business right here. But I can't leave you alone. You're going to need me. That's the way I see it. So here I am. But anyway, I've been missing doing this whole put myself out there thing. So I'm back. And I've said a couple of times I'm back. And you guys will see I'm a lot more active than I have been. Not doing this because I need to. I'm doing it because I want to. I'm doing it because I enjoy it. So without further ado, let's talk about something that's been on my mind. I posted a poll in the Secret Wealth Project Facebook group. If you're not a member, you should be. I know we focus on Amazon a lot in the Secret Wealth Project, but it was never set up to be just an Amazon group. And I'm not here to really talk that much Amazon with you guys. I'm here to talk about everything else. And one of the major things that you guys consistently over the years have told me that you want to know about is passive income streams. And if there's one thing that I've done well over the past 20 odd years of being in this business, online income business, is how to build, generate, scale, automate, delegate passive income streams. So that's what this evening's live is going to be about. If you can hear me and see me okay, hit the like button, hit the thumbs up button, let me know a comment, give me a little comment to let me know that you can see me and hear me all right. Okay, it says Facebook user, so sometimes I won't be able to tell who's telling me, saying stuff to me, but somebody's put, top man, appreciate your time. So I appreciate your comment too. But if you can see me and hear me all right, let me know in the comments box. And as soon as you can, we'll get cracking and we'll start talking. But what I will say is, look, I'm going to do a lot of these. I quite like the live thing. So video stuff, I mean, I don't mind doing video, but I think I prefer the interactivity of live stuff. And I figure if I'm consistent, you guys will show up and maybe you'll enjoy the live stuff too. And we'll go down a few rabbit holes and get exciting with what we're talking about. So yeah, Facebook user can see and hear me fine. Again, I think you have to register with StreamYard for me to be able to see who's typing it. But anyway, let's get cracking. So as long as you can hear me and see me all right. If there's anyone on YouTube watching, let me know. Just tell me on YouTube that you can see me and hear me all right. And as if anyone's there, again, I don't know who's on what platform, but I know I'm live streaming to the Secret Wealth Project Facebook group, and I'm live streaming to the YouTube channel as well. So I don't know if you know me, but I started the Secret Wealth Project 4 or 5 years ago. I don't know when it was. And our original intention was for it to be about building online income streams, building offline income streams, building passive income streams, active income streams, and basically changing your life. So without going into the whole backstory, I was a poor, broke kid. I had no money growing up, council estate kid here in the UK. And it was by building online income streams that I was able to change my life and become what other people would count me as rich. I'll never see myself as rich. I could be worth 200 million and I'll still be like, well, I'll be rich when I'm a billionaire. Do you know what I mean? Like, admittedly, if I ever become a billionaire, I will probably say, okay, yeah, I'm rich now. But until I'm there, I won't class myself as rich. But I've been poor. I've been what other people would call rich. I've been everything in between. And yeah, if anybody can guide you in the right way on this journey, I'd like to think it's me. Now, there's a lot of gurus out there. I'm not here to guru bash. That's never really been my thing. There's a lot of people talking nonsense and selling crap and selling courses. I'm not a course basher. I'm a big supporter of course sellers, but I'm not a supporter of these dodgy dealer guru types that like just pick your pockets. I like to think that a lot of you guys will have been around for years and know that that's not our style. You know, you get what you pay for, me, and you get what you see. So if I call a spade, if it's garbage, I'll tell you. If it's good, I'll tell you. And I'd like to think I try to be as transparent as possible and open as possible. And yeah, hopefully you'll appreciate that. But I am telling you, I am here. I am back. You're not going to be walking through this process alone. I'm going to help you set up online income streams. I'm going to help you build real online businesses. I'm going to help you change your life without all the guru nonsense. Look, it doesn't take that much to change your life. A couple of passive income streams can mean the difference between a car payment and not, or a holiday with the kids this year or not, or whatever it is that you're trying to achieve in your life. So without further ado, Luke says, go on, the master of the streams. I don't know about that, Luke, but I appreciate it. Right, so let's talk about what we're talking about first. So the first things first, I want to talk about the poll results. So I put up a poll in the Secret Wealth Project earlier. I think it was earlier today. And basically I said, look, I miss you guys. I want to teach you stuff. I want to help you. I love talking to you. I miss it. Some of the most dear, most special people in my life, my closest people in my life right now, outside of my longest term friends and my closest family, the closest people in my life right now, I met through this. You guys, I met you through this, whether that's meeting you face to face, whether you're a business partner of mine now or not, whether you're a customer, whether we've just had a chat once upon a time. The best people I ever met was through this platform. So it seems crazy to not nurture you guys and help you achieve your goals and get where you want to go. So anyway, back to this poll. I keep going off on tangents. I do that a lot, as you probably know, but I'm here. I'm going to be here a lot. I'm not going to promise a daily stream, but I'm going to aim for a lot of streams. So I ain't going to make loads of videos, but what I'm going to do is go live a lot of times. So we can do Q&A, we can chat about stuff, and I'll typically plan a few bits and bobs too. So I'm not just bleh a lot of the time. Karen says this is going to be fire. I have no doubt the gold nuggets will be flowing. Bless you, Karen. Somebody, I don't know who it is, says great energy as always, mate. I appreciate your kind words. So let's talk about the poll. So the poll said, I want to help you create more active or passive income streams. What are you interested in? I left it as an open poll and you guys voted, and there was a good few suggestions in there. Authority websites, Google AdWords sites, email marketing, niche mini websites. Now the winning poll in the Secret Wealth Project on the 10th of August, 2021 was affiliate websites. And it didn't win by just a little bit. It won by a whole lot, 64 votes. The next closest were 25 votes. So I'm like, okay, well, that's how I got my start. What I did first was affiliate websites. And I'm thinking, like, is there some hype out there? Is like, where's this affiliate websites thing coming from? Why are people interested in affiliate websites? Because there's loads of votes on it. It made no sense to me. And what I've realized is it's the passive nature. You guys don't want to break your backs slogging in your own business, never mind working for the man, but you do want the income. So, and that's the smart move. That's the smart play. Build the income streams, right? So it's got me thinking, right, well, go back 20 years, longer, I think. I incorporated my first company in 2002. So I'd like to think I've got track record, internet marketing the whole time, not make money. Didn't do any make money stuff till about 45 years ago. Before that, it was never make money. It was everything else. But I've started probably like 21 years ago or something like that in this online income game type thing. So I'd like to think I know a few bits, and affiliate websites is how I made my first sale. So, which is super interesting to me, that you guys are interested 21 years later in affiliate websites. Now, I don't know if that's because you know that is my thing, or and you catered that poll to me, or if it was what you're just generally interested in. But I found that really interesting. So I thought, okay, well, SWP was always meant to be about active and passive income streams, not just Amazon. And yeah, Nat's going to cover the Amazon stuff. She's got that stuff covered. We talk about Amazon loads in SWP. We got that covered. In fact, I'd say it's the forefront of information. Secret Wealth Project and Elite Sellers Academy basically is the forefront of the information in the OA and Amazon game. But I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about pretty much everything else. So we've got some more bases covered. So if you're interested in making money online and potentially replacing your job and the freedom and the laptop lifestyle that working on the internet for yourself can bring, well, I'm your guy. I'm absolutely your guy. So you're talking to me? I don't know why I wanted to say that. Right. Ollie's laughing. She's over there. Ollie Chops is over there in the background laughing. I'll get Ollie Chops on one of these evenings because I don't think you've seen her in a while. Have you been on anything for a while, Ol? No, she's not been on anything for a while. So we'll get Ollie Chops on. If you want to see Ollie Chops on one of the future lives, hit that thumbs up button, hit that love button, and tell me in the comments we want to see Ollie Chops on one of the lives, and I'll get her on here and we can have a nice catch up. But let's talk about passive income, right? So poll results have made me go, right, you guys want to know about passive income. So let's go build some passive income streams. Like, what's better than that? Let's go do it. And I'm going to help you for free on these lives to do that. So let's talk about a few truths. I called this the truth about passive online. That's not right. Passive income online. That's what that should say. And 3 passive income ideas. So that's what we're going to talk about in this live. So truth number 1 is passive income is real, but at first it's very active or very expensive. So I can't remember who it was. I ain't dissing him because I don't want you guys to jump on me, but I think it was Gary Vaynerchuk. And forgive me if I'm wrong and if it wasn't him. But I think I watched a video of Gary Vaynerchuk saying, passive income is not real. Passive income is not real. It's like, no, passive income is real. If you've never had passive income, then it's not real. But honestly, go back to the mid to late 2000s. I was making 6 figures, multiple 6 figures per year. Passive income. I wasn't doing a single thing. I was playing on computer games. I was bumming about. I was driving to IKEA for hot dogs for something to do. In my late 20s, mid to late 20s, I was not doing any work that needed to be done. I was 100% passive for long periods of time. I would log in and check my stats to see how much money I'd made that day. That was it. I wouldn't do anything else for the next day. I'm not saying this because I'm proud of it. I'm embarrassed. I'm ashamed. I should have and could have put my foot to the floor. I'd have had a better life. I'd have had more fun, etc., etc. But I had this massive pot of passive income coming in online, and I didn't have to do anything for it. So in my late 20s, I was like, well, I won't do anything then. So I didn't even know I was doing that. I wasn't actively trying to be a bum. I wasn't actively trying to do nothing. But for somebody like Gary Vee or whoever to say passive income isn't real, I had years of passive income, and it was my only income. I only had passive income. No silver spoon, no blooming money left to me, no high-paying job. It was just passive income created by online assets that I'd put the work in for. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I'd done nothing and got loads of money. It takes work. It takes effort. But passive income is real. So the truth is, the people that tell you passive income is not real, or there's no such thing as passive income, or blah, blah, blah. Look, you haven't had it. That's why you don't think it's real. It is real, and you can get it. But at first, and here's the truth, it's very, very active. It's very, very, very active. You ain't going to get passive income without being active at first, or it can be very expensive. But the problem with paying for passive income, in many ways, it's still going to take some active input at first, right? And we'll expand on that shortly. So it's either going to be very expensive to create your passive income, or it's going to be very active at first to then create your passive income. And that's the truth. From somebody that's done both. I've done the active. I've done the passive. I do them both right now. I do active. I do passive. They both work. I enjoy active more, I got to be honest, than passive, but passive's real. And the best money I make is the stuff that comes to me whether I do something or not. So I don't enjoy making that money the most. I enjoy the active income. I enjoy being part of it. I enjoy building teams. I enjoy building products. I enjoy coming up with launch strategies. I enjoy the active marketing side of business. There's bits I don't enjoy about business, like opening my own mail. Like, I hate that. Ollie Chops is laughing again. I hate that.
You don't open your own mail.
I don't open my own mail. That's the truth. I don't open my own mail. I've not opened my own mail in years. I hate opening my own mail. Anyway, I don't get onto that. I don't even know what that meant. Like, I don't end up on that tangent. Right, let's move to truth number 2. If you're exchanging time for money in the job, or more specifically in the business model that you're in, you'll never make it passive. Unless, caveat, you can outsource or insource it. We'll get to that in a second. If you are exchanging time for money in the business model that you're in, you'll never make it passive. That's the truth. Now, if you're exchanging time or money to create an asset that, or purchase an asset, build an asset that can then become passive income, now that's a different story. Now, the only exception to this is where you build a business, you outsource it, or you, what I call insource. I don't know if insourcing is even a term. I've started calling it insourcing in conversations I've had. I like it. I just mean hiring staff, basically. But if you can outsource or insource a business, i.e. staff it up and let it run itself, or outsource it and let other people like outsourcers build it and run it for you, that's cool. You can potentially create an active income, turn an active income into a passive income, potentially. But if you're exchanging time for money, your time for money, as in, I will give you an hour of my time if you give me $10 back, or I will give you an hour of my time and you give me $100 back if that's your long-term plan, it's a faulty plan. You need to move away from it. You ain't going to get passive income exchanging time for money. Now, there is other exceptions to that, whereby if you invest some of your active income into passive income, which I do actively, and like I say, that's the good stuff. But we'll get to more of that in a second. So let's go to truth number 3, which is front-loaded time. Creating or investing into assets equals passive income. So the whole point is you don't work forever on it. When you create passive income streams, you don't work forever. You front-load it. So you put the effort in up front, and then down the line, you reap the rewards. And that's the sacrifice for passive income. Now, don't get me wrong, and we'll get to this again in a second, but I've started buying wind farms. Ollie laughed again. Oh, she's judging me. This might be the only thing she's ever listened to that I'm doing, because she's in the same room as me and she's judging me. She's laughed because I drive round now. I drive up and down, like where we're driving, like we went to Meadowhall, Sheffield Meadowhall the other day, up this motorway or whatever. I saw a wind farm and I said to Ollie, I wonder if I own that one. And she giggles about it because I go around telling people I own wind farms. I do own wind farms. She's laughing. I own wind farms. She's saying, no, I don't. No, let me tell you. Let me just expand on that. I own shares in investment companies that buy wind farms or build wind farms. So yes, I own wind farms, but I didn't ever build a wind farm. I never learned how to bloody do anything to do with wind farms. I just invest for wind farm income. So it runs at about 5% yearly. A lot of you crypto nerds will be like, well, I could get 5% per morning. I get 5% before I wake up. It's like, yeah, okay, but that's a different thing. We're not talking about that. We're talking about safe, conservative, long-term investments. I will give you some of my money. You go buy a wind farm with it. Or maybe I own £1 in that wind farm, but I own £1 in that wind farm. And you'll give me 5 pence back every year for owning that pound's worth of wind farm. Now, am I going to get rich buying stuff that's got a 5% yield? No. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rich, in my definition of rich, building active businesses and then taking some of that money and put it in passive investments. Now, you can get much better returns from your passive investments of time, where you will front load the work or be more creative, put more effort in, typically the higher the reward. So you can have a 6-figure passive business, but it's probably going to take a lot of front loaded work. Or you can do the hands off. I'll just buy some of that, let them do the work and earn the little bit of passive. There's value in both. But we'll talk more about that shortly. But be prepared to front load your effort and time. Front load it. You got to do it now to get paid a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now. Okay? That's how it works. So if you're exchanging time for money, you're going backwards. Truth number 4, doing a done-for-you service is not passive. Creating a software as a service or an app is definitely not passive. It's the least passive thing ever, even though it feels like it is. Sometimes it ain't. Selling on Amazon or eBay, they're valid business models. They're all valid business models, and you can make a lot of money in them, but they're not passive. Now, you can automate your online arbitrage business, and we talk about that kind of in Secret Wealth Project. And like we're a big fan of that, you know, automating and delegating active businesses and making them passive. But doing these active business models, it's not passive, and that's the truth. So as much as you can automate and delegate 95% of your online arbitrage business, ain't ever going to be passive. Not really. As much as you can get devs to build you an app, you know, it's never really going to be passive. Like, it's a long journey from that's going to get you to passive, and it's never really going to be passive, because when the poop hits the fan and the server goes down, or when the poop hits the fan and Amazon suspend your account, whatever it is you're doing, you're getting that phone call. You're getting that phone call. You're getting that email. You're getting that bother. So it ain't really passive. But you can make active businesses more passive. Truth number 5. Great passive income streams can be property. It can be affiliate-based websites, the thing in the poll. So you guys said to me, 65 of you, I think it was, voted on that poll and said affiliate-based websites was what you was most interested in learning about. They can be super duper passive. In fact, when I talk about my first ever sale online, proper sale, because I made a few bits and bobs here and there, but my first proper sale online was an affiliate commission from an affiliate-based website 21 years ago, and it still works today. Not that website, that's long gone. But the concept of building a website, ranking it in Google, or paying for traffic or whatever you want to do, but ranking it in Google or other search engines like DuckDuckGo. I encourage you to get on DuckDuckGo. Get rid of Google. Get on DuckDuckGo. It's better for a bunch of reasons, in my opinion. You'll still have to Google probably 5-10% of your searches because it ain't quite there yet. DuckDuckGo is the one. How did I go off on that anyway? But ranking the websites in Google or DuckDuckGo or Bing or wherever, ranking these websites and then doing a certain technique can create little mini cash machines. And the beauty of it is once you've created one little mini cash machine, aka an affiliate website, you can just leave it. You can leave it. You can outsource more content creation if you want, or you could just leave it. And I did this, and you can do this for years. Once you got a website ranking well, it'll probably stay ranked these days for a while, for a good while, potentially years. So, and oftentimes it can even increase. So your income increases. But then you can totally outsource any further content creation and whatever you need to do. And then that really becomes a little passive income stream. And the beauty of it is, it's like planting a seed and watering it. You water that one and it grows into a plant, and it pays you. And then you plant another one, and then you water that and that grows. And then you plant another one. Then you can start investing. And you can invest into more of those affiliate-based websites and start driving more affiliate income from those websites. But what you can also do is things like get shares in dividend paying stocks, like my example, wind farms. So yeah, it's bought on the stock market, the wind farm thing, but it's like a dividend paying stock. So another one that I've got a fund. I pay into a fund that gives monthly income. It ain't that exciting. It's probably going to be like 6% dividend, but that is not bad in the days and age where yields hard to find and it's relatively safe investments because of the kind of investments they do. They're relatively safe. Yeah, the capital value of my money might go down, but the income's unlikely to. It'll keep coming. So I like property. Probably the vast majority of my excess wealth that's not in cash or in businesses or whatever is in property. So I really like property. I really like online businesses. And if you can make passive ones like affiliate-based websites, I like those. And stocks and shares. Stocks and shares? That sounds wrong, but yes, stocks, shares. I like those too for ultra passive. So building online businesses can be passive if you choose the right one. And investing in assets that pay dividends or pay rent or whatever can be very passive. I do all of the above, and I would encourage you to too. Which moves me on to truth number 6, what I want to talk about, which is the key. Have one active income stream. If you're selling on Amazon, that might be your one active income stream. Now, you can diversify outside of that by jumping on things like eBay. Matthew Wright's course tomorrow that starts tomorrow, cart's closing tomorrow. So if you're watching this a day after now, like 2 days after now, you were too late. But Matthew Wright's course is going to teach you how to build an eBay business. I don't class that as a second business. I class that as one business. It's an e-com business because you shouldn't really see yourself as an Amazon seller. You should see yourself as an e-com seller. So you got Amazon, maybe eBay, maybe you go into Shopify or whatever, but it's all physical products. Maybe it's all reselling in this case. That's one active income stream. Now, what you want to do is take some of that active money and chuck it into passive stuff, affiliate-based websites, stocks and shares, mutual funds, property, assets that pay you dividends, assets that pay you rent. Having your money make you more money is a smart move. So one active, multiple passive is not a bad formula. It's not the only way. Some people might have 2 or 3 active. That's cool too. But I class my active income as my online businesses. And yeah, it might be software. It might be affiliate-based websites. It might be something else, courses, whatever, membership sites, done for you, whatever it is. I class that as my active business. It's online stuff. And then my passive stuff is my property. It is my stocks and shares or my wind farms or whatever. And that's the key. You need to focus on one primary business whilst you build out your passive income streams. If you focus on 5 different active businesses, none of them will make any money. Or you could make a whole lot more money if you focused on one. So the key is don't focus on 20 different things. If you're one of these shiny object chasers that's always doing something different, make sure that different thing is building you a passive asset and it's not you chasing after another active income stream because somebody's trying to sell you a course from some glitzy funnel. Okay. So laser focus on your active income stream. Like I say, it might be e-com and that might include a couple of things so you don't get bored, and it makes sense to diversify in your active income stream, but keep it focused on one core. Okay. Whilst building out your passive income streams. But your passive income streams need to be passive. They don't need to be fake passive, which are really active and you've got you running around everywhere. They need to be proper passive. So one active with some diversification around that and a bunch of passive is good. That builds your long-term wealth. Invest your active cash into passive income streams for compounding growth. We won't talk about compounding growth tonight. Maybe we'll do that in another video. But basically, compounding income is what Albert Einstein supposedly said was the eighth wonder of the world. It's where your money earns money. And then that money that was earned from your earned money earns more money. And then over time, it just goes crazy. So everybody can get rich over a long period of time with the power of compounding income. But again, conversation for another time. Truth number 7, passive income streams don't last forever. They just don't. It'd be nice if they did, but they don't. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're buying property, there is an argument that potentially property rented out might last forever, but there's going to be a few bumps and stuff. So never say never forever, but typically, especially with online income streams, they don't last forever. These income streams don't last forever. Rankings can drop. So you might be ranked in some third-party website that's got a search engine on their platform and they've got customers, and you might be making lots of sales or whatever. Your rankings drop. Your rankings fall out. These things happen. Algorithms change. So like I talked about affiliate-based websites ranking in Google. Well, Google might just decide your site shouldn't be ranked for that anymore. So they can change. New competition comes and takes some of your slice. These things happen. Don't worry, just build more. The whole idea is don't focus on one passive income stream. Terry says, what about BuyBot Pro? That'll last forever. Hopefully BuyBot Pro will last forever, but that's an active business. We have to be very active within it. It's not a passive income stream. So that's one of those active income streams that I was talking about earlier, Terry. Good evening, by the way. I think you just joined us, but that's an active business. That's a primary active business, not a passive business. If you leave something like that to it, you will lose it 100% so quick, because everybody's always copying your features, trying to sell a copied version that might not be as good, but it's cheaper. That's always going to happen in things like that. So you'd like to think they'd be passive forever, but they're not. Something like property might be, but even that, you're going to have to spend money on doing it up. You're going to have to get new tenants over time and all that stuff. But they don't last forever, passive income streams. And that's the truth of it. Leading on to truth number 8, leveraging platforms can be a great way to build long-term income within that framework, which leads me on to passive income ideas. So what do I mean? Well, we'll talk about what I mean by that exactly with the ideas, okay? So 3 passive income ideas and these are 2 of them are leveraging other people's websites. So you could design t-shirts, right, and merchandise on platforms like Merch by Amazon and Redbubble. We created some t-shirts, some t-shirt designs on Redbubble years ago. Now, I think maybe I've not seen a sale pop in for a while. I mean, I don't look at my emails, so I'm not sure if maybe they still are. But we still make money from Redbubble designs we made years ago. It was like in the old house. We've been here for 3 years or something. And it was like a couple of years before that. So maybe 5 years we've made money on Redbubble. Nobody talks about Redbubble. Nobody really thinks Redbubble is an opportunity. We've made money for years from t-shirt designs on Redbubble. But same with Merch by Amazon, bigger platform, bit more well-known. There's things like KDP or Kindle Direct Publishing. You're leveraging other people's platforms and their search traffic, their customer base, to basically create passive income. You can create mini courses and host on platforms like Udemy. So Udemy is a course hosting platform. There's other course hosting platforms, but it's a course hosting platform. It's free to host your course on there. So you create a course and then you can rank it within Udemy. And Udemy, last I knew, and this was a couple of years ago, a few years back, they had like 20 million customers. 20 million people had bought a Udemy course. I don't know what the figures are now, but I'm guessing they've at least doubled it. So maybe 40 million, 50 million people buying courses on their platform. So you go build a course and chuck it up on Udemy, you could potentially have long-term passive income for a long time. Again, you build this mini course on something that you know inside and out, throw it up on Udemy, do a little bit of internal SEO, we'll call it, or a little bit of optimization. Get yourself 5 to 10 reviews. And then if it's a good course, hopefully you can just mostly leave it. Maybe you'll have to do a few bits until it's really seasoned. But good courses can make you hundreds of thousands of dollars on Udemy in a relatively passive way. We buy the occasional course from Udemy, and like the courses that are selling really well have been there years. Like I bought a Facebook ads course on there recently. The guy was updating it, but like his updates were like a year or two old and stuff. It's like, but they were clearly making an absolute fortune selling courses on Udemy, leveraging their course platform. So if you're going to go build courses, that's an active business. Whether you like it or not, it's an active business. Yeah, you can build the course once, but marketing it is going to be an active pursuit. But if you throw it up on a third-party platform like Udemy, you've got passive income coming in. So again, going back to the last example, Redbubble, Merch by Amazon, KDP, that's leveraging their platforms, their customer bases, and their visibility. You just create the content, put it on there, it becomes a passive income stream. Udemy and other course sites like it, passive income stream. Also, as the last passive income idea, and this is beautiful, and it goes back to one that we were talking about earlier, you can create niche-based websites to rank in Google and DuckDuckGo and Bing and generate affiliate income. That's another one. You create the content once, you get it ranked once, maybe you'll add to it over time, but you'll probably pay somebody else too. And then that traffic comes in organically from the search engines and goes out to your affiliate offers. And some of those people will purchase and make you money. So there's 3, maybe it's 5 or 6, but there's a few passive income ideas for you. Right. If you got any questions for me for this live, please post them. We're about done. I know it's been a long one. I'll try and keep them quicker in future. Maybe pop on for 10 minutes, which will probably end up being 25 minutes or 35 minutes, even on a quick one. But if you've got any questions for me, please post them. If you think I'm not going to start being consistent, I'm going to start being consistent because you guys need my guidance. Somebody said, "We love you, Matt." It says Facebook user. I don't know who that is. I'm hoping it's, well, I shouldn't say this because Ollie Chops might be angry, but I'm hoping it's a pretty young thing, but it's not going to be. It's going to be some old guy called Derek probably. But I love you too, Derek, or whoever you are. Facebook user that loves me, I love you too. Here's hoping you're a pretty young ting, but you won't be. No, oh, it's Mark Penn. Hey, he's a pretty old ting. It's just as old as me-ish, ting. But yeah, love you too, Mark. Love you, mate. It's good to see you. But yeah, let's just go to the comments and then we'll wrap it up. So Christos says, rule number 1, passive income is not get rich quick. Absolutely. True ting. Hanson does a bit of this. You're the reason I got into this game. Good to see you back, mate. I don't know who said that. Great energy as always, but I appreciate that. I'll see who said it after. Maybe in these future ones, I'll get it up on my phone because then I can see who's posting stuff. Facebook user says, have you tried selling low content books on Amazon with the software Book Bolt? No, I have not. But it sounds interesting. Terry says, good evening. I already read that one. In case you're any doubt, I'm the one that gave the thumbs up. Cheers, Terry. Appreciate it, buddy. How many t-shirts did you make on merch? So if you're talking about Redbubble, I don't know. I didn't make any. The answer is I didn't make any. Ollie made them on my behalf. She maybe made 5. I don't know. But we did make semi-regular sales for years after. No one's getting rich from it, but we didn't put that much effort into it. It was like a few hours, like making a few t-shirt designs. They were like text-based, so you don't even have to be that like designer or anything. And I don't know how much revenue overall, Terry, to be honest. I've never looked. They didn't make massive amounts, but like I say, we front-loaded a few hours work one time. We didn't do it for 6 months to really try and drive it and then leave it because it would have been a different story. I'm just giving you an example of we dabbled at it, made some money, and continue to make money long after it. So it's well worth the investment of time and effort. Terry says there's some people that have hundreds of designs. Absolutely, Terry. Absolutely. And there's probably some people that never designed one of those designs themselves as well. And I think that's where it gets exciting, to think that maybe you could outsource it. So a Facebook user says, how would you outsource content creation? That's a great question. And maybe it's a question for another time, because we're 43 minutes in. So ask me that question again, and maybe I'll do a live just about that, because I think that could warrant its own live. But hopefully you enjoyed this. I know it's been a long session. I've had a bunch of people watching. I don't know if you pay me any attention, but I figure it's one of them things whereby, look, the more I turn up, the more you realize I'm back, baby. The more you'll probably turn up and appreciate the content and stuff. But yeah, so thanks for watching. Thanks for joining me. Whether you're watching this on YouTube or watching it on Facebook, mutilate that thumbs up button just so it gives it more visibility, and maybe a few more people will see it, and it make me feel happier, because it's like I'm not in an echo chamber talking to myself. There's like other people seeing it. So mutilate that thumbs up button. Leave me a comment. All comments are appreciated and help. And yeah, I'll see you in the next live, which will probably be this week at some point. Might even be tomorrow. We'll have to see. So thanks for joining me. I'm Matt Webley. This has been the Secret Wealth Project yet again. And hopefully you enjoyed my little intro if you saw it. And if not, go watch the replay. Tell me what you think to the intro. Thanks, folks. And I'll see you next time. Go build those active and passive income streams and stop sitting on your bums thinking everything's going to be all right because you're living on furlough money or whatever it is you're doing. Time to start building. The world's changing. It ain't going to get easier. It's going to get harder. You got to be ahead of the game. You got to be ahead of the curve. You can be. Hopefully with my help, you will be. But you got to do it. You got to put it in now. You got to put the effort in now. Now is the time, as they say. But good to be back. Hopefully I've not been a bit too much high energy for you. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye. And broadcast.